That's right. Hello, Bubbles. And hello to you. Welcome back. Welcome back to Josuke. Welcome back to Powerwash Simulator 2. We are going through the story mode, making our way. Today we'll be cleaning the Nouveau house for Camila Jackson. Oh, you're here. Fantastic. This house has been a blight on the street for ages. Honestly, if he wasn't such a good lawyer, we'd sue him for lost valuation to our collective property. Not to mention the damage he's doing to Muckingham's chance of becoming Town of the Year. Barclay Street is front and center of the mayoral processional route, as I'm sure he's aware. Don't worry about getting evicted. We've checked all the local bylaws. It's perfectly legal for you to be here, so let's get washing. Are we just, like, forcibly cleaning this dude's house? That's kind of fucked up now. Whatever. What do I know? I'm just a power wash guy. I'm just a guy with a power washer. Yeah, let's get started. Usually like to go top to bottom here. Let me try this. Try this clean. Good enough job. Let's try this though. Ooh, it's already kind of like messing up the Harper Shaw. Wait, Wishy. You know whose house you're cleaning, right? Who? You're just not gonna answer me? Okay. Well, what are we talking about today? Do apologize if you can hear some birds in the background. That's probably me. Me and her, shout out her, we recently, or I guess not super recently, but in the last little length of time, we've been putting up some bird feeders next to our windows. And it is an incredible thing to experience and see. You know, usually there's this kind of separation when you're inside your house from your home and like nature and the things around it, you know? So it was very cool to kind of figure out this way to break that separation. And now it's like, now these birds are like, it's almost annoying how often I'm hearing them. I wake up in the morning and I hear them, and they're there, like just trying to get food, being loud, making noises. And then it's just like that for the rest of the day. And we even gotten to like making sure that like our food mixture for them is like proper. Offering water, a place to sit. You know, especially with all these how hot everything is lately. And they took to it so quickly. It was clear that like word is getting around and we would see more variety in the birds that we were seeing. Started out with like very common birds and then some more extravagant ones. And even like pigeons and doves started showing up. And it's like, well, we don't see those anywhere around our house, really. You know? So it was wild to see like word getting around and nature kind of coming together to be like, oh, this is a good spot. We all need to come here, you know? And it's a bit like when people tell you to like go touch grass, you know? It's a bit of like, hey, why don't you commune with nature a bit, you know? And even in this way that isn't totally intrusive and doesn't require a lot from us, We just set up the feeder and just kind of leave it be. Oh, what's up, Harper? Xavion Lesage, the legendary lawyer. Apparently, they were all set to take down the mayor years ago. But after being foiled by a dirty jury, he got so disillusioned that he went into seclusion and has been there ever since. Oh, so are we kind of like... Is this meant to kind of help him out? Are we like doing like a cleaning service to kind of break him out of his depression? Oh my god, I did it again. To break him out of his depression. That's cool. I like that. That is a very nice thing to do. I've seen a few videos like that. And there's always this shame that people have with... okay, hold on. Hold on, Josuke. Hold on. Finish what you were talking about. I'm jumping around like a madman. It is very nice to commune with nature in this way and see the birds. Like, be so close, and then eventually they got so comfortable that when we would just be sitting there looking at them, they would start to sit on the perch and look back at us and be like, ooh, what are these people? What are they doing? You know? I don't know what about it feels good or right, but it does. To kind of like have this kind of closeness with birds and nature, even in this very strange way where they're just kind of outside our window. But I think it is like there is like this kind of extra part of like, oh, we're kind of stimulating our local ecosystem, you know, offering a bit of respite, a bit of extra food to those who need it. And this was confirmed when soon after we set it up, a family started showing up. I think it was finches. It was a complete family. Mom, dad, and some little ones. And it's like, oh, we're kind of having a bit of a... We're giving a bit of security to our local ecosystem. You know? And not even very like wide or scattered, but something that's like right here, you know? It felt like such a cool thing to have and experience. Like, oh, we're helping to keep these birds alive and fed. You know? It was a very rewarding and somewhat strange experience. But one that, as it's continued, I've really come to treasure. I think it is incredibly rewarding. And I see why, because, you know, bird feeders, you usually see them around, like, at least in my, like, point of view, you see them around, like, older folks' homes, you know? And I think I'm starting to get why. Like, it does kind of, like I said, bring you back to this kind of communing with nature kind of feeling. It feels very good to do. And especially, I think it's just part of the thing of just being and doing good, you know? It's a thing of humans being social creatures, and we see everything around us as similar to us, you know? The way we're kind of hardwired to perceive even other species' babies as cute. And the way, like, things will always be like, oh, that looks like a face. I forget the term I forget the term that describes that, but the way we'll just see human faces everywhere and see bits of ourselves everywhere. It is very rewarding, and I see now why specifically people in older age would kind of long to return to that, you know? that feeling. I think especially in the age when a lot of those people were, which was a lot of like industrialization, you know. And nowadays we're seeing a lot of people kind of go and push back against that, you know. Eco-brutalism, as it's been called, you know. A certain style of, Wishy. Do you think we should ask Xavier if it's okay to be here? I mean, I don't know. I assume it's okay. My golden rule is never get on the bad side of good people. I'll reach out. Okay, good. I'm glad. I would hope to have his consent. Actually, yeah. Yeah, like eco-brutalism is something that I've come to really enjoy. Solar punk, that sort of thing. A mix of technology, modern aesthetics, and this idea of really kind of recommuning with everything that nature is. You know? I think that's why it hit so hard when we were first doing this thing of getting a bird feeder. It was like, whoa. You know? Like, oh yeah, there is just like life out there. Like just little burbs, man, little dudes. Little boys and girls. Just out there living whole lives, soaring through the sky. Gathering food, having families. It really is amazing. Nature is so incredible. When it's not horrifying, of course, because sometimes nature is scary. But that's okay. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. I feel that way about a lot of things. I have a lot of like fears inside me that I just can't control. Like it's a visceral thing that I can't do anything to help. Like spiders. Oh man, spiders scare me so much. It is just like this primal fear, disgust. I don't know what to possibly do to describe the feeling it gives me, but it's awful. I think that's it then. Yeah, because I think both of these is probably just like on this lower ledge area. Yeah, I would assume so. Oh yeah, definitely like this right here, yeah. Okay, well there's that. Must be more. Yeah, it looks like somebody. Let's get this side too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm very aware that my commentary is so nonsensical sometimes. But I'm trying. I'm having fun. You know? What was I saying? Oh yeah, spiders. Yeah, it's just they just elicit this primal feeling in me. That's the only way I can describe it. But I would never wish harm upon them, you know. And thankfully, shout out her, I've been blessed to have a few of them as pets. And I know you might be thinking, wait, if you're scared, why would that be good? And it's like, well, because it shows a different side of them, you know? It's so easy to get lost in, oh, they're scary, oh, they're disgusting. Quick hello. Zion Lesage. It's an honor. We just want to make sure we're fine being here today. Well, I admit that when you first started working, I was tempted to open a window, holler Pearson versus Kinski in 1975 at you, and get you escorted from the premises. But actually, I'm quite enjoying the ambience. I'm glad. I'm glad. That makes me feel a bit better. I'm so glad that this isn't real life, because I would have left. I would have never showed up if they were like, yeah, just start cleaning this dude's house, dude. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, there is an incredible beauty to what spiders are and the part that they play in all of our ecosystems, you know? Yeah, I think it's there are these kind of silent insect repellent that you just kind of have around, you know? Anything that you wouldn't want in your house, spiders usually eat it. They'll target it and deal with it for you, you know? And most spiders are just that. They're just helpful by their very existence. Just them being there makes your house less filled with, you know, certain pests and that kind of thing. Try to see. Should I? Yeah, I'll do that. No, here we go. At least for this portion. Yeah. And it's one thing to, like, just kind of know that. It's another thing to really, like, feel it, experience it, and kind of live it out, you know? Like, lately, whenever we see a spider or something in the house, she'll take it, check out, see what kind of spider it is, and if it's a useful one, you know, I'll always ask, is it friend or foe? And if it's a friend, then that means good. And then we'll kind of just set it aside and try to get it, you know, to safety, but leave it in the area so it can still, like, continue and do its work, you know? It is a valuable part of our local ecosystem. Keeps things in check. You know, it's strange how this thing that really scares me, frankly, like it is a primal fear and a disgust in some other ways that I have with spiders. But also to see them and, like, oh, they're cool and they're useful and they're beautiful, you know? Even, oh my god, I might start freaking out when I discuss this. Even them molting. Oh my god, I don't think I can talk about this, but I'm gonna try. The process of literally shedding your old skin and bursting out anew is beautiful. There is a real, tangible beauty that I feel and sense when I think about them doing that. I feel like so much of life is about rebirth, you know? Starting again, a fresh start, a new beginning, a clean slate. That sort of thing, you know? It's about changing who you are. But really, it's you still. And you might, you know, think a bit differently. Your positions might change a little bit, but it's still you. And that's exactly what it is when a spider molts. They hunker down. Oh, Jeff Jefferson. Dirt Finder, our mutual cleanup of the county continues apace. How soon can you get to the recreation grounds? Brother, that's a fucking airplane. What do you expect me to... Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll do it after this. Or in the next part, I guess. But yeah, I'll clean it. So yeah, and they hunker down, shed their old skin, and they have to... Oh my god, I might throw up when I do. Ugh. And they have to pull their new self out of their old self. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes they die molting. And that's tragic, you know? But it is also such a beautiful metaphor of what it is to be alive and reinvent yourself again and again and encounter these moments where you need to... Who you are changes. You know? And it's wild that this thing that I'm very scared of still is just one part of the beauty that is nature. You know? It is a testament to the beauty that can exist in the world around us. And even with something... let me readjust here. Even with something as specifically upsetting for me as spiders are, I have a few animals that are like that. I'm by no means a Steve Irwin type. That's more her, not me. Even despite the way these animals make me feel, I can't ignore the beauty that they carry within them. I notice little bits of myself, you know? The horrible process of reinventing yourself and changing who you are fundamentally. But then at the same time realizing it's still just you. I think it was in Undertale where they show that. Despite everything, it's still you. It also helps that I can also detect from the manner in which you clean the first 49% of my house that you intend to do a thorough job. Yeah, I do. I do, Mr. Lesage. If I can call you that. You know? And it's the same exact thing with spiders. It's still them. It's just a new you. A new outlook. New perspective. A new way of doing things. But it's still you. And I think that's why I'm able to hold these two ideas in my head. Of like, oh my god, a spider. Oh my god. But also admire the beauty of such a creature. And then, very mildly, in some ways, a certain cuteness to them. Big shout out to her for giving me that perspective. There is a certain sweetness to them. Especially with ones that they have a bit of a personality, you know? Which is so strange to think about. Like, it's a spider. What do you mean what do you mean personality? It's a spider. But it's like, but dude, I've seen the way they act. They act differently. They have their own little quirks. They have their own little idiosyncrasies, own little motives and little things that they do. And I think that's more true for almost every animal that I see. I think that's a little bit of what I'm talking about when I talk about the things being beautiful. Nature being beautiful. There's this connectedness that it is hard to avoid feeling when you really get in touch with nature. And I hate to just start. I hate to just word spam. I feel like I just word spam all the time, but a beauty to be found in that. Thanks to the reality that we're all connected to everything. Everything around us is part of us. Somewhere along the lines throughout history, throughout our history, we were related. And we still are, but it's just distant now. We were much closer though, you know? Well, the trees, everything. Plants, grass. We're all connected to it. And then to see the parts that are still around today, like, oh, you're still just like me. You have your own quirks. You have your own little things that you do, you know? But yeah, I think spiders are beautiful. I think nature is beautiful. And I do feel honored to be able to kind of take part in it in my own way. My own little way. Oh, why did I do that? I could have just... I'm so used to things like I have to jump down and like adjust them, but no, it's like really... Could have just stayed there. So yeah, if you catch a spider in your house, make sure to check it out if it's friend or foe. And if it's a friend, make sure to take care of it. That thing will watch your house, dude. You don't like flies, you don't like mosquitoes, you don't like various little pests around your house, Keep that motherfucker around. He'll take care of him. He'll take care of you as long as you take care of him, you know? It's just another part of the beautiful thing that that is the way that we humans are a part of nature, you know? You see it a few times in other species, but it's considered rare that other species will work together, you know? They might do it unintentionally. They might do it commonly unintentionally, but it's rare you see them kind of purposefully kind of co-opting things, you know? It's usually, there's a kind of beauty to it, where it's like, oh, well, this person kills the deer, and this person shows up later once they've scavenged everything, and this person scavenges on that, and then even after that, this person comes up, and that allows them to live, you know? Or, like, with certain fishes, it's like, oh yeah, this one lives off of cleaning other fish, so it sticks around fish that are dirty, and then that allows those fish to stay alive longer, and there's a beauty like that, and to me that is also beautiful. But I mean specifically like the way like we domesticated cats and dogs, you know, the way it will be like, hey, I like you, why don't you like just stay with me, and it's very purposeful, you know. The same thing with spiders. It's like, oh, hey, I'm not sure about you, but I kind of like that you can kind of help me out, so I'm going to keep you around, you know? That's one of the beautiful parts of the way that we as humans interact with nature. We can have these, like, alliances, you know? That other species don't really have as much. Curious, several hairs from a British short hair have transferred from your person to my windowsill. Oh, yeah, I got a couple cats with me, champ. Hope that's It appears that you still have possession of the mayor's cat. I do. Yeah, I do. Turns out she was pregnant. She's preggers. I got bubbles and squeaks. Oh, did it? Oh, it looks like I missed, like, parts of that. Come on. Come on, that's not much. Come on. Ooh. There we go. Got you right there. There we go. Okay. Doing good work so far. Oh, whoa, what was that? Whoa, what was that? I saw ya. You thought you could get away from me? You thought you got away from me? There we go. Take care of that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. Let's continue. What else to talk about? We can talk about nature more. Yeah. I think as I've gotten older, some of the most beautiful and connected moments that I've had with, like, the universe, or whatever you would like to call the thing around us that we are a part of and all live in, is moments with, like, animals being close to nature and admiring the beauty around us, you know. Staring at the beauty of creation, so to speak, you know. At one time, me and her tried to get into hiking, and we did like it. We don't really have the time or energy, but to get into it more. But we hiked up this trail. It's a pretty well-known trail next to where we live. Or I guess I don't think it's like on any sort of guides or anything. Like, make sure to check out this trail, you know. It's just like well documented, I guess I should say. And we went there and we climbed, and man, it was hard. For people who don't really go outside much or hike at all, it was quite the feat, but we managed to do it. And getting to the top of it and just kind of sitting there was like, oh wow, because there was this beautiful view of the surrounding mountains. It was kind of like one of the first pieces to like getting to where we are now, where it's like, oh, maybe we should have a bird feeder. Maybe we should really like be closer to the nature around us. And it is stunning how often nature can just develop these breathtaking scenes in nature. Because of course the nature is in nature. Okay. But just the beauty it can give. The way mountains are made. The way forests are filled up. And then all the little life that's a part of everything. It's just stunning. It really is. That's like the only time I've been left in awe, was looking at things like that. Like, oh man. Seeing that view after climbing that whole way up there was stunning. Yeah, Zayvon, about the mayor's demanding Ulysses back. Where do we stand? I mean, it's kind of fucked up to just start demanding law advice from him, but okay. Well, did you have an official transfer of guardianship? If not, then I'm afraid he has the case. I think he gave him them, though. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, thanks. Man, I don't want to give up Ulysses, though. How am I going to start my video? No, I like Ulysses. And Squeak. And Bubbles. There we go. I guess that's all I have to say about nature, but how are you guys? How have you been? Good, I hope. Hope life hasn't knocked you down a couple pegs, you know? Or if it has, and I hope you were able to recover in your own way. Find a bit of that strength, you know? Ooh, it has like a little... Oh, these plants are going to get a ton of light now. Good for them. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, I've seen a few of those TikTok videos, YouTube videos, Instagram videos on people whose whole like channel is just cleaning things. And when they're successful, they start like giving out free cleanings because they make so much money from their social media that it like covers any sort of cost that they would be incurring, you know, in addition to getting a healthy amount of profit, I would assume. That and also sponsorships, because I know a lot of them are sponsored. I've seen a few of them by Scrub Daddy, which is a little upsetting because of, you know, microplastics and whatever, but one step at a time. And those ones always, those videos always struck me as like a very sweet thing to do. It's really an act of love and coming together as a community to help out people who need it, you know? Because I feel like so often that is like left behind in terms of the equation that is a society. It is so often only focused on pretending that everything is good. Focusing in on keeping up this facade. And it's lovely to see them give a gentle and kind of loving look into these people's lives who, through hardship, whether it be, you know, financial, mental, emotional, physical, whatever hardship got them there, they lost their way and they don't have the energy to continue, you know, and to look at them in a way that isn't judgy. At least usually for most people. I know some people just like are kind of, they just look at it to kind of laugh at them, you know. Look at these losers type shit, you know. But for most, to give a kind of loving grace and acceptance of like, hey, it's okay to not have the energy all the time, and we're going to still love you and accept you, you know. I feel like that is so necessary and beautiful more often than not. To give people this grace. I've talked a bit about that. Any other power washing simulator videos. A grace. And extending grace not only to others but to yourself. So it is very sweet and wholesome to see grace being given to these people who have lost their way, because almost all of their stories are incredibly tragic. Something awful happened to them. Calamity came knocking and took more than they were ever expecting, you know. And they were left with nothing. And as a result of that, here they are. Still with nothing, and still grieving for the loss of whatever was taken from them. And to see them given love and grace and acceptance, it gives me a bit of hope that people can continue to extend those things to, you know, most everyone. I think everyone deserves and needs grace, acceptance, forgiveness. You know, your life is hard enough. You don't need to carry all this extra weight on you. Oh, are we? Oh, yeah, we're like almost done. the ledge. Oh, I see this like little bits there. Oh, I see like a little section on top of it. God damn, we're done already? Sheesh. I was ready to keep yapping. Nice. I guess that'll do. Oh, wait, hold on. Get your little Ulysses. Little squeaker. I see you, Bubbles. That's right, I see you too. Come on, you little son of a bitch. Take a seat. Let's check out the time lapse. Oof, nice. I was rather hoping to employ the hilarious refrain, "You've missed a bit," and back it up with photographic evidence, but you didn't, so I can't. Impressive. Xavion. Happy to help, sir. Oh, the airship? No. We're going back to home base. We're wrapping it up. These episodes have gotten way too long, way out of here. We will check out new furniture, though. Let's see what we can get here. Ooh. Pre-owned by expert attorney Xavion Lesage. Okay, sure. Thanks, man. Find a good spot for that somewhere. No, this one. No. Yeah, this one. I had it. Deep clean it. It is nice to get things nice and cleaned up. There we go. We're gonna put that. I kind of like that. Welcome in. You know, right? No, I'm wilding. No. Yeah. You know what? No one's given me the honor of running you over. Why don't you take a seat, pal, huh? Yep, come on. Hold her. No? I can't do that? Okay. What about on the couch then, pal? Huh? You like the couch? There we go. Well, that'll be that, I think. Thanks for being here, folks. Thanks for continuing to wash with me. Thanks for listening to me ramble about whatever it is I ramble about. I'll catch you in the next one. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want more power washing. Yeah, whatever else I got going on too. Right now we're doing Karen. We got some amazing stuff after either one of these series are finished. Very excited about that. Check out the second channel, which is all about Warhammer, called Agni. Yeah, thanks for being here. Catch you in the next one. Remember, you're strong, important, you matter, you're special. Don't suffer in silence. Seek up if you need help. You'll get stronger, it'll get easier. Nothing wrong with asking for help. Bye-bye.